up, everyone? It's your girl, Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and it's time for another old school versus new school. So in today's old school versus new school, I figured we could compare these two palettes because the more that I look at them, the closer they look in similarity. I also feel like there's a difference between warm tones and cool tones when it comes to the rainbow tones that they chose. Y'all can comment down below and tell me what you think once we open these up. So let's get into it. So of course I have the Blend Bunny Promise palette. I think I have every Blend Bunny palette there is except the wedding one that's supposed to be for your face and eyes. I didn't pick up that one, but I literally have every other palette. This is what the Primer palette looks like. They had this on sale for $25 like a while ago when they were discontinuing it. So the owner is very candid. Her name is Maggie. When she comes online, she usually talks about, you know, herself personally in detail, or she'll talk about what's going on with products, new products and things like that. So she talked about how this one wasn't selling that well compared to some other palettes she already had, so she kind of just phased it out to make way for new favorites. So I guess she only has a certain amount of space in the warehouse and all that. So this unfortunately ended up being discontinued. So I hope y'all grabbed it when it was $25, honey, because that was a steal for this kind of quality palette. But as you can see, it's giving like rainbow. Is giving in between shades that you didn't find in the original blends palette. It's over there in the corner. I'm just too lazy to get and show it because it's not about that. It's about this one. So I really like the color story of this one. I do see the view of it. Plus I like the fact that this one had shimmers and the original one did not, because y'all know I like some mattes, but I still need a shimmer. Like we need that lid to sparkle and shine in addition to having these bold pigmented colors. So that's why I like Primal a little bit more than, what do you call it, blends. I mean, the mattes are good all around, but the fact that this has shimmers to me was a plus. Now the shimmer form on that isn't as great as some of her other palettes later on, but it's halfway decent. Okay, so next we have the Resurrection palette from Wicked Widow Beauty. Now this one they ended up doing a pre-order for, because this was their holiday palette for 2023. I ended up getting it this year in 2024 because everybody's asking about it, and so they decided to bring it back. But this is what she looks like on the inside. Excuse me. And you see what I'm talking about now when I say this is like more of a cool tone version of the same palette I just showed you, and I feel like the Blend Bunny one leaves a little bit more warm tone. It's just my personal opinion. They both have like kind of jewel tone shimmers and a couple of jewel tone deeper dark mattes for outer V and things like that, but they have a lot of like bright tones in them as well. So that's why I felt like this was more like a warm tone versus cool tone situation in addition to an old school versus new school situation. So I'm going to do this palette on camera, of course, because this is a new one and you haven't seen any content with this one. I did film a 3 looks 3 palettes with it for my membership. So if you're curious what's on my lips, this is the Betty Boop and Glam Light collection. And then I tried a face full of new products. So I have on the new e.l.f. foundation. I have on the new blush from Huda. I have on the highlighter palette from Natasha Denona, the golden highlighter trio, and that's pretty much what we're working with when it comes to the face. I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna figure out what to do with the Resurrection palette. As usual, you all know I will swatch all the colors on my arm and then show you Blend Bunny and then Wicked Widow, Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow, and so on and so forth. So I'll be back in a few minutes, girl, after I figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. Okay, girl? Okay. Okay, y'all, so this is what we're working with. I didn't have a brown bone color that was any deeper, so I had to work with this. So here are the shades. It goes Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow, Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow, Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow, Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow, and Blend Bunny, Wicked Widow. So I wanted to make sure I used the yellow just so you could see how the yellow in the Wicked Widow Beauty palette works. So we're gonna take this purple, take this blue, this greenish yellow shade, this yellow, and then I have to take this white as my transition shade. So I'm hoping I can do something cool with like graphic liner to kind of lighten up down here since we already have it kind of lit at the top. I'm thinking that acid wash color that I like to use. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty brushes today and one Sigma brush. So I got these 4 BK Beauty brushes. I'm gonna use the 202, the 206, the 203, and the Angie Hot and Flashy collection, the A504 brush. So let's get into it, honey. My goal is to try to get like 2 eyeshadow videos done a day so I can catch up, because I'm telling y'all, I'll be behind. Like all the time, I'll be behind. It's my first time using this shade. And y'all know I was clowning shades like this, but I'm like, this is literally the only shade that matches the other palette. So I guess I'll see what it's in here. And as you can see, it's like really stark white. That other one was kind of like more of a like buttercup yellow, and this is just like white, like Van Pow white. And I'm just like, oh, okay, super. Now I'm kind of regretting this lip because I don't feel like it necessarily goes with his eyes. So I might change my lip for the picture, but you know, we'll see. Cross that bridge when we get to the old people's. Look how pigmented that was when I dipped into it. I didn't really dip that much into it, but like the pigmentation is just insane. I will say I do like the color of the outer V on the other side just a tad bit better. I feel like it's a more unique purple bluish combination. Y'all know I love what? Blue, green, and purple, so it makes sense I like that one better. But I definitely feel like this one is blended out much easier than the Blend Bunny one. However, in all fairness, the Blend Bunny palette is old because I think she discontinued that like last year. So it is on the older side. So I just want to make that note. I'm not trying to stick up for Blend Bunny. I'm just stating facts. They discontinued that palette like a while ago. So. Okay, y'all. So let's get into the yellow now. This gorgeous bright yellow shade. And when I saw the pigmentation on this, y'all, I was like, whoa. Cause like, look how much brighter this is than the one from Blend Bunny. I was just like, whoa. So I had to make sure I showed it on camera just because I was like, we have to see how this yellow is working. And mind you, I didn't like cut the crease and add any more eyeshadow primer to my eye just to make this like, you know, pigmented. So imagine if I did, how much more pigmented it would be. Now I'm not liking the fact that this yellow is falling on my face, but these are pretty pigmented shadows, so it's like you gotta expect a little bit of fallout. I was just hoping it wasn't, you know, like on my face, but it is. So I'll just take my cute little Sigma Soft coverage powder brush and wipe it away, and hopefully it won't leave like too much craziness behind. Take this Sigma F08 precision powder brush and try to just kind of wipe it away because I don't want to like wipe it into the skin, but I don't want it still sitting on my skin either, so I'm just kind of lightly tapping it. And this is a really nice and soft brush, and I like how it fits perfect underneath the eye for when you do need to put powder underneath the eyes. If you're not a person who likes to use the puffs or you don't want to use your sponge for powder, I feel like this would be a great brush for you. I can get down with the brush every now and again. I kind of like rotate how I do it depending on how I feel. So let's cut the crease and then get into this purple shade. This eye look doesn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. That just blended out like a dream. I'm surprisingly liking this color combination of blue, purple, and yellow. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it because I usually do it with the mattes and then just have like a brighter shimmer on the lid, but I was like, let's try something different. Plus I want to be able to use a couple of shimmers in here at least. So that's another reason I did the look the way I did the look. So I'm just going to flip this brush over to the clean side. I'm going to take the yellow shade and put that toward the front of the eye. So this is more like, to me this is more of a trophy wife-esque like color, if you will. So as you can see, this side is much brighter than this one. This definitely gives off more jewel tone feel, and this one gives off a more bright look, if you will. A little bit more of the bluish purple on, and then we're going to take our Sigma E30 pencil. Right, yeah, E30 pencil brush and go into the shade Adorn. I am noticing a little line of like blue right here from when I use that brush, because sometimes we flip it over like the opposite color is at the top. So I'm just going to fill that in really quick and cute like to make that work, and then I'm going to put it in the inner corner like we're supposed to, like so. Figure out what eyeliner and situation I'm gonna do off camera, but this is the finished look with both of the palettes. So let me back you on up and we can talk about my thoughts. Because as usual, I got a couple. Okay, so when it comes to both palettes, as usual, I like each one for different reasons. I like the uniqueness of the colorful mattes in the Blend Bunny palette, this primer one. However, I can't say I'm necessarily crazy about the shimmers in here. If I remember, I told y'all the shimmer formula hadn't been perfected to what it is now with this one, and I think the Dollhouse, those are the ones she kind of experimented on until she got where she wanted it, which is where it is now. So I'm not necessarily crazy about the shimmer formula here. The mattes are fine, they work nicely. However, I will have to say that I feel like the Wicked Widow Beauty palette I like a whole lot better. Like, I feel like this yellow is so much more vibrant and bright. I feel like the shimmers in here look really nice and have an iridescent look to them. They give like that wet metallic look on the lids. I really like that. And I like how pigmented the mattes were when you first put them on. Like that yellow, I'm telling you, I'm still obsessed with this yellow. It kind of makes me want to get the Crow palette, even though I don't care about the Crow and don't, you know, really know anything about the Crow. However, I just think that they have such great quality palettes. I did do a 3 looks, 3 palettes, like I said. If anyone was interested, the link should pop up here. But yeah, I definitely feel like the Wicked Widow Beauty Resurrection palette won, and I'm interested to see what else they come out with, because I think the Pro palette is pre-ordered now, so I'd have to like pre-order it and wait, and I don't know if I want to do all that. But I will link what I can down below for anyone interested, because I'm really feeling Wicked Widow Beauty. I'm wishing I had tried it sooner, but I told y'all about it and nobody seemed like they were too interested in me trying it, so that's when I kind of was just like I told y'all in the past, I have to kind of pick and choose which one I buy based upon what you want to see. And I've talked about them in the past and saying I wanted it, but nobody really acted like they were interested. So when I finally got some free time for myself, or just to try it on my own, I had planned on doing, I ended up picking it up. But I figured, since, you know, I do review makeup, I would share with you. So that's what we did here today. So you heard my thoughts on the palette and which one I thought performed best. But then again, like I said, the Blend Bunny one is like, I think, over a year old. If I check my, if you check my videos, I usually get Blend Bunny palettes when they first drop if I'm really interested. And like that one, I feel like is a year old, so that's just something to keep in mind. But I definitely think we could have won with this one. But I mean, it wasn't up. The Blend Bunny palette I picked wasn't necessarily up to par with the future one she has come out with, so that could be a thing as well. And anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all the diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you're interested. You'll get 3 looks, 3 palettes, 4 looks, 4 palettes. You get certain perfume review and contents that you don't get here, in addition to some home content. All that stuff should be flashing up right here for you to see all the cute little thumbnails of what the membership has to offer if you were interested. That's all I got to talk about. Like I said, remember, you all the diamonds, and be blessed, girl.